Hey guys, I'm still up. It's 5:13 now. I figured there's no sense in me going to bed because I always get up by 6 a.m. every morning. Really, I set the clock for 5:45 and I get up and get everybody stirred up and I have a second alarm set for 6 o'clock. That means it's time to actually get up and put your feet on the floor. I give you 15 minutes to rub your eyes and blink or nod off a little bit or whatever. But by 6 a.m., your feet need to hit the floor. Well, that goes as far as for me and my youngest because she's got to get up and get out. So Ronnie doesn't have to get up at that time. She gets up at 7. So I figured at this time of morning, there's no need of me trying to go to sleep. Plus, I'm really not that sleepy. I'm just a little, I don't know, just a little, not sleepy. I'll put it that way. Uh, so I just wanted to pop in and say a couple of things. Now, I know that I told you guys before that I will probably do some reviews and things like that. I'm definitely doing MYADVICE. That starts today. Yeah. But I'll probably do some other reviews too. I have some thoughts on some of the shows that are going on right now, like Love and Hip Hop, and kind of touch bases on Housewives of Atlanta. Not a big fan of the show, but I do have, I watch and, I've got some thoughts and opinions and views, okay? Anyway, oh, that's honey people. I made my Costco run 80 ounces for $11. You can't beat it. Pure clover honey. So, what was I saying? Excuse me. And that's pure whiskey. Gotta get right. I gotta fix my cough. Anyway, um, I told you, yeah, I would be doing those things. I'm definitely reviewing Mob Wives, and I have some semi quasi reviews on Love and Hip Hop and Real Housewives of Atlanta. But my main focus is probably going to be on advice. Now, of course, we will be coming in, just talking. Most of the time, it's probably going to be my sidekick, which is my oldest daughter. But my forte is advice. So I finally got things straightened out, like I was telling you guys before, with Time Warner and my other email address. So that email address for the advice is the email address is myadvice at nc.rr.com. That's my advice at nc, like Nancy Cat, nc.rr.com. Again, my advice at nc.com. Ooh, see, I messed up. N my advice at nc.rr.com. Got it? I got it. I'll put it across the screen and I'll put it at the bottom and wherever else I can. I'll put it up. So anyway, you all can start sending your questions or your stories, whatever it is, to that email address. And you don't have to add your names. You can put your names if you want to, but I'm not going to use. I don't use names, so that's it. But I do ask that you include your age, gender, and tell me whether or not you're in a marriage or a relationship, like live-in relationship, or if you just dating, you got your own places, or if you have children in your home, okay, young children, grown children, whatever, because all of this makes a difference in how I respond to you. How I would respond to a single person is different from how I would respond to a married person, or a person who is living with someone, or whether or not you have small children in your home or adult children in your home. Those things come into play when certain issues arise. So just include that. And that's pretty much it. So you've got the email address, and you've got the just a little bit of the criteria that I need. It's not a lot. There's no big rules or regulations. Just give me that information so that I know how to best respond to you. And please do not give me questions or from a show, or don't give me the strawberry letter and all of that. I've seen that happen to other people giving advice, and that's not fair. It makes it look like they're pretending that they got these letters from someone when they haven't. Someone wrote in, gave them this information, and they didn't know. So don't do that. Don't make us look bad like that, like we're scamming. Don't do that. Give us your information, your story. If it's a question for a friend, a neighbor, or whatever, or you just want to say something about something, that's fine. But please don't pass off someone else's as your own and make us look bad. Okay? And while I'm at it, I want to say this. Now, I know that being able to get some good sound advice can be crucial in a lot of people's lives. And sometimes we just need a third eye or a fifth ear. You know what I mean? Sometimes we just need to bounce something off of someone else. We need to hear someone's opinion who can be objective, someone who doesn't have a dog in the fight, so to speak. And when we can get an opinion from another party who's not involved, a person who can stand back and see a situation for what it is, sometimes that's something that we need. Someone who's not biased. Okay. Now, sometimes, again, we need someone else to hear it with their ear, someone else to see it with their eye. We need to get it, but we just need a sounding board sometimes too. And nothing's wrong with that. That's what advice is for. However, I want to encourage people to look within, think for themselves, and it's not so much that people who seek advice don't think for themselves. Sometimes they know that maybe their heart might be too involved, or their emotions or feelings, whatever the situation. And sometimes it just might be something that you don't know about and you need a resource. That's fine. But I want to encourage people to look around. Check out who they have that's close to them. Because what I keep coming across is that there are so many people that have access to a wealth of knowledge and wisdom and advice right in their own homes, and they don't utilize it. They don't value or appreciate that wisdom, the opinion of a loved one. They don't want to hear what mom has to say or dad has to say, their older sister or an aunt, an uncle, grandma. It's like our opinions or our years on this earth were of no value to them. It's like we don't know anything. We haven't lived this long. Hopefully you haven't gone through so many years in life without learning something. Okay? Everyone has something of value. Everyone has something of value to say. Someone's been through something, even if it's just one thing. You might even talk to a real dilly, but even that dilly has at least something. They've got one thing, one experience that they can draw from, that they can give you some information about. So you have to think, start looking around you. There are people in your family that have a wealth of knowledge, and it's right at your fingertips. You have access to it, and it's free, and they're willing to give it, and not even share your information. They're willing to give it, but you have to accept it. You have to be willing to hear it. Don't devalue that person just because it might not come in the form of communication that you feel is right, or okay, maybe they don't communicate on the same level that you do. Maybe they don't speak slang, so because they're not hip with the talk, you don't want to hear them. They sound too old fashioned. Listen beyond that. Listen beyond the choice of words. Just hear what they have to say. Run something past them. If you just want to know, just to find out, just take a little something and run it past them and hear how they respond. There's so many of us who have so much information and knowledge and wisdom at right there for us to access. And we don't utilize it. We don't take advantage of it. It's like we say, oh, what do they know? They know plenty. We know plenty. I know plenty. Okay? But everything that you think that you know about mom or dad or grandma, auntie, uncle, or whoever, your cousin, but everything that you think you know about them, there are 15 things that you don't know. Try them. Just talk to them. They can give you some information that is more precious than gold. Just try them out. Hear them out. Look beyond who the person is and just listen to what they have to say. And with all advice, I give the same advice on advice, and it's this. Take from it what you will, and you can throw away the rest. You take what applies, you can disregard what you don't think matters, but it's all worth listening to. It's all worth listening to. Hear what you hear, feel what you feel, take it or leave it, lock it in storage for future use, or get rid of what you filter out what you think is invalid to you. But listen, hear it through. Just listen. That's my advice on advice, okay? Take it for what it's worth. Take from it what you can and leave the rest. No need in carrying on something that doesn't apply to you. But still hear it. You might be able to store it and recall it at a later date. You might need some of that information. But again, check within your family. Really, there are so many people that know so much. You don't know what people have been through. You only know what you see and you know what you hear. You know, family has a lot of rumors. Family does a lot of gossip. They do, and that's true. And that's everybody's family. So don't say, well, no, not mine. Yes, yours. Yeah, yours. Yes, it does. All of ours. Yes, it does. Now, some may be true and some may not. However, you don't know. There is nobody who knows 100% about anybody. Nobody. Nobody knows 100% about anybody. You'd be surprised at what you can find out. You'd be surprised at what things people have experienced, what their encounters have been in life. Just listen. Ask a question and listen. You can run a test question, whatever it is. But start seeking in your circle. Look around you. When I say your circle, I mean your family. I'm not talking about friends and acquaintances and associates and coworkers, neighbors. No, don't do that. Lord, don't do that. Don't do that. And you know which family members that you might be able to trust and may not be. But that's why I said, even if it's just a little test question, just something, just ask them their opinion on something and hear what they have to say. Doesn't necessarily have to be an issue of yours, or it can be, but just ask them and see what they say. You might be surprised at their response. We all have so much knowledge and wisdom right there. We have a wealth of it that we have access to, and we don't use it. We don't take advantage of it because of who that person is, who they might look like, or, oh, well, that's so crazy cousin Lucy. She's always, every time I see her, she's sitting on the porch. All she does is sit on the porch and read a newspaper. Does she? That's all you know. That's all you think she does. You don't know all about Miss Lucy. Okay? So anyway, just try it out. And in the meantime, send your questions on to me. That's MYADVICE at nc.rr.com. That's MYADVICE at nc.rr.com. Okay? Talk to you guys later.